Hello everybody, Dr. Imagineer here again on the air, here again to talk about updates to my book, quote, Golden Oak, Walt Disney World's version of Palm Beach, unquote. Actually, it's not that, that's a little joke. The title of my book is actually, quote, I'd rather be in Golden Oak, Florida, an overview and tour of Walt Disney World's new residential and resort community, unquote. A little joke in the beginning gives a clue as to what I'm going to talk about today. A lot of things I have to talk about today. Again, I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. I keep looking to the right because that's where my notes are about today's updates. Anyways, what did I mean by that title and that I gave at first? Actually, through my research, my book is continuously updated. Here's a paperback version of it. I'll put it up to the screen. My computer is lagging as usual, so I'm just going to do the best I can. That's online, of course. So is the electronic copy, which you can get either you can purchase, or if you're on Kindle Unlimited, it's included. I've included in Kindle Unlimited. So there it is. My computer is really lagging, so that's part of the problem. It's really lagging. Today the updates are about why I think that Golden Oak is modeled after Palm Beach. In my research, the book's continuously updated. That's one of the good reasons about being publishing independently. You can just keep updating the book. It's almost like a newspaper. It just, it's like it's always on top. I'm always on top of things as far as the information about Golden Oak. But during my research, I pretty much what happened was I was doing research, and I came across in my the searching. I came across the Addison Misner, who was an architect in Palm Beach in the late teens and in the 1920s. So basically, I was reading the article about Addison Misner in Wikipedia, and just so much of the article reminded me of Golden Oak. So I started looking at the similarities between Golden Oak and Palm Beach. One of the things that first caught my attention was that Addison Misner, his homes were done in the Spanish Revival architecture. For example, what are the features of this? Clay tile roofs, tiles indoors, porches and balconies, and decorative iron work and trim. Okay. What is Spanish Revival? What does that mean? The Spanish, everybody knows that, from Spain. Revival because it's based upon the architecture of the Spanish colonial architecture that the Spaniards used during the Spanish colonialization of the Americas, right? In other words, the North and South America. Okay, like for example, what city? St. Augustine, right? Which is in Florida, of course. How did I determined this Golden Oak Palm Beach connection? The first connection was that the real estate center in Golden Oak, I believe, is modeled after the Everglades Club in Palm Beach. Okay, what is the Everglades Club? That is a building that Addison Misner first started construction on in 1918. It was originally intended as to be a hospital for people that were injured in World War I. But what happened was, a few months after the building was started construction, World War I ended. Okay, so there was no real need for it to be a hospital anymore in that context. So what they did, they changed it into a social club. Okay, then that's what it is to this day. Actually, the Everglades Club was completed in 1919. Why did I think that the Everglades Club in Palm Beach is similar to the real estate center? I'm going to do the best I can to be specific. Again, reading from my notes. Basically, if you look at the real estate center in Golden Oak, there's a series of 3 arched windows. Well, let's start with the Everglades Club. there's a series of 3 arched windows slash doors in the tallest like room part of the structure. In other words, like the tallest part of the structure that people can be in, they can fit in, which is if you're looking at the Everglades Club from the front, it's on the right side of the structure. Okay, there's a corresponding feature of this in the real estate center at Golden Oak, which is in the left part of the structure. So basically, it's kind of like a mirror image. There's those same 3 window slash door openings. I don't think anybody can fit up there. I think it's just meant as like an architectural element. I think it just makes their ceiling larger, taller, but it's obviously there. Again, another similarity between the Everglades Club in Palm Beach and the real estate center in Golden Oak. There's basically the frontmost prominent part of the Everglades Club has like an opening, like 3 arched openings. Okay, that's on the left side of the Everglades Club. And if you look at the real estate center in Golden Oak, that 3 arched opening is on the right side. So again, a mirror image. Other similarities between the Everglades Club and the real estate center at Golden Oak. They both have clay barrel tile roofs. They both have like the neutral colored stucco front. So once I kind of established, these are real similar, I don't think it's coincidence. And on top of all this, Disney never makes mention that Golden Oak's modeled after Palm Beach. Well, not explicitly. That's the way the situation is. The above, what I've just said led me to think, okay, what other prominent buildings within Golden Oak are modeled after Palm Beach? It's like, okay, well, guess what? The Four Seasons Orlando is modeled, I believe, upon, at least, significantly, okay, upon the Breakers Hotel in Palm Beach. So if you look at pictures of the Four Seasons Resort in Orlando and the Breakers Hotel in Palm Beach, they're very similar, no doubt about it. And here they are, the similarities, in the order of what I've written them in my notes. The Four Seasons Orlando has 443 guest rooms. The Breakers Hotel has 550 guest rooms. The Breakers Hotel was built, by the way, it was finished in 1926. Okay, no doubt in my mind, Addison Misner by then had established himself basically as the architect of Palm Beach, and all the work thereafter in that time period was, at least loosely based upon his work. So I'm thinking, no doubt in my mind, the Breakers was based, for example, upon the Everglades Club. The Breakers Hotel was built by the architectural firm of Schultz and Weaver. Other similarities between the Breakers Hotel in Palm Beach and the Four Seasons Orlando in Golden Oak. On top, there's 2 towers on top of the Breakers Hotel, and those are more towards the end of the building, the left and right ends of the building. Whereas you'll see the same, like similar types of towers on the Four Seasons Orlando. But those 2 towers on the Four Seasons are more close together. So it's like Disney's, they're trying not to be similar to it, but also different. It's like you don't want the same thing. It's like, once again, in my mind, Disney is once again bringing like other like locations on the planet to Disney World. That's what they're doing. I think what they tell themselves is they ask themselves, how do I make Walt Disney World like other places? Like they bring the other locations to Walt Disney World, so people go to Walt Disney World instead of those other places, or at least make it more like accessible. Actually, I'm at 8 minutes 40 seconds. I don't want to be too long on this. I'm gonna be a little bit quicker. What other similarities between the Breakers Hotel and the Four Seasons? They're both symmetrical buildings, roughly. They both have like arches, architectural elements, a neutral colored front facade. So that's pretty much it. Just there's a lot of clues as to Palm Beach and Golden Oak are real similar. Actually, I read the article on Wikipedia about Addison, Missouri. It's like, there's a lot of communities in Florida that are based upon, Palm Beach. So, I mean, Golden Oak's not the only one. I mean, they're not exactly the same, of course, but it's like the similarities are striking. Other things, in the Wikipedia article about Addison Misner, he was talking about there was 38 homes for prominent families that were built in the form of a Mediterranean style village. Kimball Trace at Golden Oak, same, real similar, 37 homes as a form of a Tuscan village. Finally, a lot of Addison Misner's homes have Spanish names, for example, like El Marisol, which is a municipality in Argentina, and Golden Oak, very similar. There's a Cordoba, like one of the homes is named Cordoba after a city in Argentina. So I've run over my 10 minutes. I had a lot to say. I'm going to close up before 11 minutes hits. So thank you for watching. Please, again, look at my book. I've got my business card. Actually, I got this. There's my business card. This computer is really lagging, really bad. So I'm going to close it up right now. So thank you for watching, and again, hopefully we shall see each other. Thank you. Bye.